What's good? It's Trixie here, and welcome back to another video. Spreading peace and love to you, and you, and you, and all of you. Per usual, y'all, today we're just gonna rant. It's gonna be a good rant, but we're just gonna rant. I haven't come on here to talk to y'all in a minute. Can you hear me? Want to make sure. So actually, what I'm going to do is go ahead and put my oil on my face because I just washed my face, and I want to go ahead and get that out the way. It's a part of my morning routine. It is currently 2 o'clock, so don't even ask me, girl. Don't even ask me what the hell I'm doing a morning routine at 2 o'clock. But I have to work today, so I want to go ahead and at least get this out the way. So the real reason I'm doing this at 2 o'clock, if you're wondering, is because I went to sleep at 6 o'clock. And it wasn't intentional, but it was more or less I was doing a lot of editing and girl just thinking about life, and so I haven't been on here with y'all as far as just doing a good little rant in a minute. And I was like, I need to give my people an update on girl life, because life for life if you let it, but we're definitely prevailing. This week's message is on patience. So, after resilience, after divine, tapping into your divine energy, whether that's masculine, whether that's feminine, you reach a point where you have to be patient. You have to know that you've planted those seeds and know that you've allowed your roots to be grounded. And of course, you do the work, but now is the true time to have faith and know that you've started the trickle effect to embrace and endure all of the abundance that is meant for you, right? So I probably haven't posted, I posted, but it hasn't been, like I said, a full on rant on just catching up with you girls and you guys and letting y'all know what tea has been like. As y'all can see, I got my nails done, girl. I got a new set. Don't focus on this one. Well, I'm focused on them. The last set, I was at work and it got caught on to the little cash register thing. So I was handing out money and the little clamp part snatched onto the nail and it literally yanked my nail. I didn't take a picture of it because, girl, my main objective was to stop the bleeding. I didn't even realize how bad it was until the blood was dripping down my hand. And I was like, luckily, one of my coworkers, they were there at the time. So I was able to go in the back and nurse myself back to health. But it was definitely not going to stop me from getting my nails done because it's a part of my self care. I deserve this. And then, y'all, I have so many different directions that I want to go with this. But the main objective is to remind y'all that you got this. We got this. We're in this for the long haul and not for the short race. It's been a journey. And honestly, I have been documenting everything I have. I do still continue to journal. I do still continue to do my little motivational speaks on my other social medias. So it does allow me to vent in a smaller sense, being able to at least get the emotions out and not just let them sit because it will eat you alive if you don't find ways to express or be creative or allow all that built up tension to be released in some help way, shape, or form. And at first I was like, I don't need to be telling people all this, but then I'm like, but when you get to the point where you're abundantly financially wealthy, joyous, just in that state of mind, in that state of being where you don't even have to worry about all this is going to be a part of the success story. This is going to be proof that you are someone who actually put in the work, because I'm not someone who is silver spoon. I was not a silver spoon fed baby. So, baby, we gotta get it out the mud. Period. There is no other. That's just the reality of it all. But I do know that it's possible because I've seen people with stories and I've seen so many different motivational speakers talk about what they've gone through and what they had to go through to get to where they are now. And it's not more so comparing, but it's more or less using it as motivation that, hey, it's possible. So even on those days where I just feel so overwhelmed. Oh, also, we have reached 6 months on HRT. Woo, 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 woo. Yes, I'm so excited. Y'all, this journey has been crazy. It's been crazy. But it's been a really great journey for me. I know how some people they may go through this, and I talked about this in a few other videos where it's really just a blessing to know that I do at least have people in my circle and in my corner that are supporting me on my journey. People that I haven't even talked to in forever, or people that I don't even talk to on a daily basis, have DM me or text me or let me know that they're proud of me. And girl, I'm proud of me for taking the step. But the fact that people acknowledge that, hey, we all want to be seen, we all want to be heard, but bitch, I want to be seen and heard as me, the one, the only one. So these last few weeks have been overwhelming because I have been balancing out my job, balancing out getting my business off the ground, balancing out becoming a student again, allowing myself to enroll back into classes, which is something that, well, it's been about 2, 3 years since I graduated college. So it's interesting to be like, you're actually a student now, but it's also a part of my journey on continuing to, you could say, build a career in being an advocate and being a motivational speaker so that when I have clients that ask for advice or want to go ahead and book courses for me to have a more in-depth, the detailed way on how you can really crack the code to life. It's all a part of the journey, it's all a part of the process, and that's why we are here in patience. Patience is a virtue, and patience is not something that I've always had. I've done some things in these last couple of months as far as being consistent that I never thought I would have been able to do, honestly. But the fact that I have done them lets me know that there is so much more to be done. And that's where it can get overwhelming because you want to help your family, you want to help yourself, you want to help people that you don't even know. But as they say, you cannot bring a horse to, you can give him the water, but you can't drag him over there to drink it. It's up to him or her or whoever you are. Just like me, a person could give me motivation, a person could dig into my ass and tell me, get the hell up. But if I don't get the hell up, nothing's going to change. We all have our own universes, so you have to curate it in a way where all the things that are on your path, whatever that is for you, are in alignment to whatever it is you want to do. We talk about that all the time. But I think what it was, I needed to just take a little break. Took a little minute now back to me, trying to make a new trigger with a factory. So 6 months on HRT, Tuesday, milestone, a hell of a milestone. So we have a long way to go, but baby, we here. I'm loving the progress externally. I'll say that y'all know I be working out, so I do my best to do my part. I will admit, some days a bitch be snacking. Bro, I be snacking down. And that's one of the main reasons why I wanted to make this video, to talk to y'all and remind y'all that I am not perfect. I came on here with no makeup. I came on here with a nice old bare-faced beat, because she gonna stay beat. Definitely gotta stay oiled up because it's really been helping. I don't know if y'all remember my last video, but the acting, baby, I did have a few, one, two, nothing too crazy over the last few days because I had made this brownie, right? And I made the brownie, and it was one day where I cleaned my face and I didn't thoroughly clean it, but I went to sleep. before I actually got up and was like, bitch, you have makeup on, you need to clean your face. So I think that's what it was. I do think that's what it was, that and the chocolate. But as y'all can see, the face is just, girl, I'm grateful. Because that moment of, girl, I don't, what do you call it? Going through puberty again was just very odd to me. So I've been doing my morning routine, doing my little night routines as much as I possibly can because I have to do the work in order for the work to get done. That's a part of adulting. That's a part of, girl, whatever you're doing in your life. Consistency brings the visionary. It brings the growth, whatever the growth is you're looking for in life. So one of the things I want to talk about is why I was, one of the reasons why I could have been feeling very overwhelmed. So I went to go to, after a few months or so, you go get your estrogen levels checked. And in general, girl, you just go get checked, period. I have been celibate for a little over a year now, which is crazy to me, but I'm happy because I could just go all over the place. The mind is just roaring. But let me come talk to y'all and give y'all an update. That's what it's giving. So it's been overwhelming, and I always was wondering what the is going on. I'm trying to figure out. I'm doing the yoga, I'm doing the meditating, I'm doing the protecting my peace and all this shit. But the anxiety was just really trying to get the best of me. Oh, I just was like over all this shit. So when I went there and I talked to the people and I got the labs, my estrogen, and then you go a few days after, and I don't want to over and talk y'all because I don't know how much storage I have on this damn on here, but I want to get as much possible in as I can. So my estrogen levels were 1,239. Typically, there's oh, that's what I was saying. So when you go, you usually want to go 2 to 3 days after, or 3 days midway after, so that it levels out and you can go ahead and so they can get the best results. So 1,239 PGML, if y'all know what it is, it's usually supposed to be between 100 and 200, right? Or 300 to 500. Mine, I was overdosing. I was overdosing on fucking estrogen. And I know I talked to my primary care doctor and we were talking about when you first start, your body's getting adjusted. That's why the puberty stage comes again. You have to allow your body to get used to. I was born with testosterone, so we're kicking her out the door and allowing estrogen to roar in. So the testosterone levels were at 14, which is very low. It is typically the goal for feminizing HRT. So as long as it's below 50 NGDL, then they're being suppressed. So I went and I asked ChatGPT because why not? And she said your estrogen levels are possibly too high, which can increase mood swings, anxiety, and but the great thing is that testosterone is suppressed. Therefore, your estrogen levels may be a high warrant of dose adjustment, which we had already talked about that. My primary care doctor, we had already discussed that, and we had already put the next dose just to go just a tad bit lower. I'm already slim, fine, and it was also my body getting adjusted. And then I went 2 days after, so they were definitely at the peak. Totally understandable. But I think when I had the conversation was in divine timing, y'all. And I'm so happy that I have been documenting this because not only was that a really big thing for me to make sure that I was doing it in the most healthiest ways possible and I wasn't just overindulging and making sure that I'm taking care of my body internally and externally, but on a mental standpoint, I wanted to show up for myself. I really wanted to and want to continue to show up for myself and making sure that I am mind, body, soul. We here because I have friends and family that sometimes they might give me motivational words, but we all are going through stuff. So you can't just throw yourself onto people and expect that that's how life is going to just be magically. It don't work like that. We know every day it's a journey. But it's a really great journey to be on if you're someone who wants to make the best out of it. You don't just want to get comfortable and get into cycles of going through the highs and lows. At some point, you want to find balance. When you find the balance, you have more peace. You have more patience to know that the universe is going to work out in your favor when you affirm it, put forth the action, and make it happen. Period. Affirmations is like a form of confirming the things that you already know. So when you put it into the universe, you allow the universe to align you with all the necessary divine time type of moments that will get you closer to that. So that's why a big thing that I've noticed in life is you have a brand new opportunity, you learn something new every day. You have opportunities to do and create whatever you want in life. Whatever opportunities you don't decide to indulge in could be for your betterment or it could be for your detriment. It could align you with the growth that you want, or it could hold you back from all the things that are meant for you. And that's a part of learning, that's a part of realizing that is a real thing. If you want something, you have to go out there and get it. But if you just sit there or avoid it, then you miss out on all those opportunities. So that's whether with people, with going places, with creating, just in general, life is really big. Too many people out here, too many opportunities, too much mother freaking money to be made, too much love that can be shared for all these people that just want to spread hate and be miserable and take and not actually help their brother, help their sister grow and become the best version of themselves. It's a journey. We know this, but sometimes you really need to just dial it back, focus on self. And that was one of the things for me, reminding myself, bitch, you're breaking generational curses, you're breaking childhood trauma, you're breaking everyday life, not allowing that to deter you from what you have intended for yourself. So you have to be not just patient, but you really have to nurture that inner child. You really have to confirm that it's yours, but at the same time, because we all have moments where we get overwhelmed. I kid you not, we do all have moments like that. But you also have to, if you know that you're doing the work, then that's really all that matters. It's just what extent are you doing it? If you feel comfort is your danger zone, therefore you may need to change it up, switch it up. And that's why we need to have these moments with ourselves to reflect and acknowledge what we've learned, what we could have done different, what we can do now from what we've learned through how we dealt with it the last time. So I bought this book, y'all, and I've been buying books. I've been buying books. I'm a book reader. And I know it's not a thing for everybody. Some people like to spend their money on classes, and it ain't meant for me. Now, if it's meant for me and I know it's going to help me grow, like I said, I got back into class. It's something that I felt is aligning me with a career, so to speak. I know for sure I'm going to continue to invest in my brand, invest in my business, but to get certifications and give myself space to take myself away from this world and know that I'm actually investing in my well-being mentally, spiritually, physically, psychologically, all these things, we're going to do it. I'm 26 and what I've realized is you have to go out there and get it. I don't know how else to put it, but you do deserve to live your life. I think that's the main thing for me. Reminding myself that you're young, you're not 50 and 60. Don't think old, think you. There was something I was saying, plan like an adult, but think of it as a child. Go into it knowing that you could own the building with no money in your pocket. But that same thought is what's going to curate opportunities for you to have money in your pocket to own that building. So this is The Artist Way. And some of you may know this book. It is a 12-week course that it basically allows you to, it says on the front, A Spiritual Path to Higher Creativity by Julia Cameron. And this is outside of the courses that I'm taking via online. This is more of a physical thing for me. It's allowing me to continue to be invested in my art, my creative energy. Basically does is it takes you on a 12-week course. There's different each week you do something completely different. But so you have two main things that you have to do. You have to do your morning pages and you have to do your artist way. Morning pages is you get up every morning and you write 3 pages, whatever it is, whatever your mind is taking, is basically like a declutter of whatever you went through the day before, whatever you're thinking of. You get it on paper, just write it down. Now, y'all know I like to write. I've already been writing. If anything, it happened in the perfect time because I've allowed myself to get, like, enjoy the art of writing and allowing myself to, if I have a moment, I don't care if I'm typing in my phone. It's not something I always like to do it. Well, no, I'll say this. I used to do it, but it was not for, I didn't, I would enjoy it in certain moments. Sometimes when I was young, I would do it, but it was for punishment. So I had no other choice. But in school, English was like my thing. I love to read, I love to write. It just zoned me in to a completely different world. Whatever the characters had going on or whatever the topic was, I was able to create my own world. And that's always been a thing for me. Outside of being a creator, loving the arts of all of it, writing has just been a thing for me. So, with this book, like I said, back to the book, it basically each week you have to do your morning pages every day, dedicate yourself every day to wake up. So, I've made it a part of my morning routine, and we're actually on our first week. So, what I'm going to do is, I think this is a perfect way for me to continue to not only invest in myself, but invest in making sure that I'm keeping you guys up to date with the growth that I'm enduring in my life. So that's what I'm really excited for. But I'm also like, so this week it says week one. Oh, and then did I say it's by Julia Cameron? The book so far, you also have passages that you have to read to get a better understanding of what you're going to be going through as far as the weeks. There's so many different affirmations in here. So there was something in here, and it said that whether you don't believe in a God, this book is for anyone who understands the meaning of what it is to create, zone out, and remove yourself from this external world, because the external world will just, the inside will eat you alive if you don't let out. If you allow what's going on outside to affect what you have going on in the inside, that will eat you alive too. And being in this world and being wanting to be a good person, and I talked to y'all already about life be life, and a bad bitch, I've sinned, I'm a sinner. But with that being said, some people do not understand the meaning of the strength it takes to be a nice person. You could be, it's, I feel like it's easier to dwell and find misery into all the things that's going on in this world than to get up every day and decide that, hey, I'm going to spread love. Hey, I'm going to grow. Hey, I'm going to look at the brighter side of things. Because whatever you're going through in life, I realize where I'm at right now, it could always be worse. But if you allow what's going on that's worse to affect what could go on, then you're dwelling. You're allowing the misery to take you. And y'all know misery loves company. And I've always been a bitch that was okay with being by myself. So I just don't think we connected. I don't think it's just not meant for me. To each his own. But so it says, if you believe in a God, if you don't believe in a God, I believe you should have a higher power. But it does say whether you believe in anything, because I feel like it allows you to come back and realize that, hey, it's the God in you, but you have to tap into that higher version of that God in order to get those questions that you're trying to get answered. Or what am I trying to say? Listen to your intuition, because your intuition will never lead you wrong. If you listen to the bird's voice, it will lead you to so many different opportunities. But when those second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seven, eight, nine, 10 voices start coming in, the more you listen to them, the more they are really trying to protect you. They're trying to protect you because they don't want you to get off of it's a form of protection to stick to what you know. When you stick to what you know, then you know what's going to come. But if you are unsure of the unknown, that's when fear starts to kick in. That's when I don't know what's going to happen, so let me stick to what I know. But when you do that, you don't allow yourself to grow. You don't allow yourself to go through the highs and the lows of it all. You don't allow yourself to figure out what it is that you really want to do. So, back to the term God is good, orderly direction. That's all we're going to say on that, because I know religion is very, like, religion, politics, and girl, social media at this point are the most sensitive topics in the world right now. But good, orderly direction. So, whatever you believe in, look at it as good, orderly direction. When you go towards with good, orderly direction, I don't care what your intentions are, good, orderly direction will bring you back to, am I doing this to help someone grow, myself grow, or am I doing this just to use or abuse? And from my perspective, you don't feel good when you think like that. So when you think good, orderly direction, I might be wanting to finesse this guy, but I know he's trying to lust over me. So, good, orderly direction, I'm going to give you a little talk, but I'm not going to go and allow your words to affect my worth. I'm not going to let your words affect my worth. I like that. So, the first week, let me go so I could tell y'all. So basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to document my weeks with y'all. Not every single day, but there's also a contract in here that you have to dedicate to yourself before you even start. So, week 1. This week initiates your creative recovery. You may feel both giddy, which I have been feeling giddy because, like I said, I like to write, and I see the vision of knowing that this is going to continue to help me grow. Giddy and defiant. I've also felt defiant. I started to have those voices just come in and be like, why are you doing this? Because you have those voices, and that's a part of reprogramming your mind. So I've had those voices, but I've not allowed them to affect me. I still get my ass up. I don't care what time it is, and I do what needs to be done. Very hopeful because consistency and patience bring, you have to have the faith, you have to have hope that the reason you're doing what you're doing. We talk about being, what's the term? What's the word? Y'all know the word. If you with me, then you know the word. Oh, we talk about being delusional. And if delusional is going to get me where I need to be, then we're going to be it. And skeptical. Yeah, so skeptical is the unknown. You may not know, but the more you align yourself, the universe sends out messages, y'all. I'm so serious. I don't even know how else to explain it. When a prime example, when I started to record this, a squirrel came this tree that's right in front of me, right? The squirrel been sitting here the entire time. I'm gonna actually record this so that I can show y'all. It get real mystical, magical when the universe starts to align you with what you asked for. And when I say that, I mean that wholeheartedly for anyone who is figuring out life. And I don't want to take y'all too fast. I don't want to take y'all too deep because, like I said, this was a rant, and there's still so many other things I want to talk about. But the universe will send you meet messages when you are unsure, but you have to be present enough. Presence. To be present is a present. To be present is a present. When you sit in the past, you forget about the now. And when you think about the future, you forget about the gratitude that you should be showing for even being able to be in the now. Presence is a present. The universe will send you messages. So, another thing that I want to talk about, I'm really excited about this. We're going to stay in tune. I'm going to keep y'all posted. Last night, I got stood up. Now, I didn't allow it to affect me wholeheartedly. I did still go watch the movie, but there were so many different parts where I just was like, girl, I could have watched this on my goddamn phone. I be wasting my coin. But I realized I had to remind myself, it's your loss. I already knew it could have probably been a booty call, but knowing how long I've gone without doing it, it's just like, girl. And also, if you know your worth, you can easily say no. No means no, and that's more than likely what it was going to be. It usually always is like that. But if I know I'm in a moment where I need a little extra coin, or I want you to pay for my set, I'm gonna sit there and have a good conversation. We gonna do that. I'm not gonna sit here and tell y'all that I'm just some holy bitch. I know it don't work like that, because this 3D world is full of lusting motherfuckers, and you gotta use what you got, get what you want, baby. But know your worth, and don't just be out here fucking nobody. That's not what I'm saying. But use what you got to get what you want, because just like how grown men be wanting affection, sometimes they just be wanting to talk too. And I had to realize that not only becoming an adult, but putting myself first. And normally, this particular person, like I would not set them up, I would stand them up, because I would know what it was giving. And if it's not given, then I'm not going to make it be gay. I'm not going to force anything. If my bills still get paid by my goddamn self, and all my needs and desires are done by me and my higher power, then we good over here, baby. But I think it's for me, I like to talk. So I be using these moments to just talk, express myself. But I know I'm beautiful. I know my worth. So I'm not like, I wouldn't dare allow all the work that I've done to be succumbed by this world. So I did still take myself out. I did still, because I was off, so I deserved it. We're not questioning any goddamn thing, but we will listen to our first mind, because it will never lead us astray. And I didn't listen to my first mind. My first mind was like, bitch, because I was making jewelry, girl. And then out the blue, I got a text. But the text was a little iffy. Are you going to pay for my Uber? Because I'm not. And it was like, I don't know. But I really wanted to go out. We hadn't saw each other in a minute, so why not? And then also, girl, I could just go so in deep. But to give y'all a brief backstory, these last few days, I've been questioning not my worth, not my sanity, but my holiness. And it's only because I've been allowing external people to question me. And with questioning me, it's making me, I feel like it made me question, is this something that, is this truly not even me transitioning? Because, baby, she's set in stone. But am I questioning my values, my morals on what it is to be a good person? Yeah, that's what I'm getting at here. And I think I was at some point suppressing those emotions and suppressing those thoughts, and constantly trying to defend where I didn't need to. So the more I continue to do that, the more I continue to take myself away from high vibrational energy, high vibrational things that are aligning me with growth and abundance and love and joy and girl creating in general. With that, overwhelming started to come in, and these last 2 weeks has just been a little on the edge. I've been looking I just been looking outside instead of looking inside. And it's a part of the journey, it's a part of the process. I'm really grateful. That's why I was like, I really have to come on here and talk to y'all, because, bro, I needed to document this. I needed to give y'all an update and words of encouragement. You are your own, you are the creator, and therefore, whatever you create is possible. Whatever you think of right there in that moment, you've created a whole nother universe. What are you going to do to align you with that? So, with my patient this week, I made a little verse. I don't have the whole thing, but I'm going to give y'all a little bit, because she ate down. And I was like, bro, we got to tell somebody. And this is almost at 42 or 24, 42 minutes, girl. That's going to be some deep ass editing, I'll tell you that. So I'm going to give y'all a little bit. Patience. The name of it is Patience. I wrote this a few days ago. I probably should have dated it, but I recorded it too. So, but y'all know I got so many damn books. Patience to my sisters and patience all of my brothers. If you looking for divine time, baby, get to hustling. Manifest what you with destiny. All of it is a message, and stop looking for an answer when really you are the lesson. Embracing it is a blessing, no matter the transgression. Your temple is one of one, so your spirit cannot be fucked with. Soul that cannot be tainted. Vision of life, you claimed it. Body is pure as gold, while the sinners try to erase us. Energy wasn't paid for. Brought the beat to the dance floor. Doing it for a buck. Ancestors said you can bang more. Bang! Jumped off the porch, I went head first. Wait, I'm humble, but I want more. Fed up with the tired and sick and tired of being dead broke. Window shopping wasn't fun to me. I'ma get it 'cause it's meant to be. To feel good, go internally. Now I'm rooted like a stable tree. Faithful as far as I could see. Breaking curses was a form of decree. No silver spoons in my mouth. Believe health and wealth is a luxury. Being patient was controlling need, letting go of what is supposed to be. Directed me on a path of scenes. Here I am, found the G and orderly. Y'all know, I feel like writing is just an art. It is an art, just like painting, just like cooking. Like, girl, anything where you create, it's a form. It's anything new, anything original. I'm just here for it. But I really just need to, I told y'all, I've been writing. And what I've been doing is cultivating my motivational speaks into my creative artistry, intertwining the two. Because I think it's perfect. It's for me, and who is meant for, they will see it, period, or hear it. So if you haven't seen the video that I made for it, I only did a little snippet. Check out my TikTok, check out my Instagram, share some love, leave a comment. You know how it is, because join the conversation, because the conversation's not over till the fat lady sings. And baby, I'm slim thick. Oh, I know what else I want to talk about. So I am off for the next 3 days. And this is something that we're going to take this off so that y'all can hear me. I have never done a fast, y'all. I've never done a fast. So I'm going to do a 72-hour fast. I've already generalized how I'm going to do it. I'm not going to just starve myself. I'm going to eat fruits. I'm going to intake a lot of water. I'm going to eat vegetables. I'm going to do all that. I'm going to make a broth. I'm going to do all these things. I'm probably going to document that as well so that I can see the after effects before and after, mentally, physically, emotionally. I'm going to journal. I'm going to talk. I'm still going to be doing my morning pages. I'm going to really hone into meditating. I'm going to hone into creating. I'm going to hone into saying fuck the outside world and going within and reminding myself that the more I do the work internally, the more I won't even have to worry about the external world. If anything, I'll be able to protect my peace, spread love where need be, help who wants to be helped, and align myself with the abundance that is meant for me. So my goal for these next, for the, today I'm going to be eating, bro. I'm going to be eating down because I'm going to go ahead and get it out the way. But the next 72 hours will consist of journaling and writing and creating and honing into the higher version of myself. Not only because I want to experience a challenge, but I also want to, this is very spiritually beneficial. And the fact that I've never done one, I think this is in divine timing, because I've done almost every other thing that I could think of, ticket psychedelics. I haven't done a retreat, but we're going to do a
I
retreat soon
definitely
because I got some
meant
opportunities for that. So
72
I'm really grateful,
hours,
really
but
excited.
y'all get the picture.
So this is, and I really feel like it was divine timing, y'all, because there is a full moon that's coming up at the end of the 72 days. So I'm off for 3 days, and I won't be off like this again for a minute until my business build up and I finally put my 2 weeks notice in. So with that being said, that was another thing that I want to talk about. I'm really going to test myself and document it as much as I can, keep y'all posted, and we're going to see what benefits come from this. I'm only looking at it as a beneficial moment towards tapping into a higher version of myself. And I'm excited. I'm grateful to even allow myself to do this because the bitch is, excuse my language, a bad bitch is already slim, as y'all can see. We doing what needs to be done. I feel amazing. I am excited about this next journey of my life, this next era. We're going to continue to do the work. And yes, I hope y'all continue to do the work, spread a whole lot of love, spread a whole lot of peace, per usual. Thank y'all so much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to leave a comment so you can join the conversation. And until next time, peace and